Incoming issue 1 sets the stage for Marvel's big universe-spanning event for 2020 as the Masked Raider, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and many other heroes and villains come together to investigate the murder of a man, finding his death very suspicious and nothing about the man is normal. Soon Jessica finds a series of numbers and a Hala star that causes her to bring in Captain Marvel. The two determine that this has something to do with Black Ops, leading to Carol to go and call the Avengers, who are busy dealing with nameless defenders of the deep, who keep escalating their demands for the surface world to apologize for ruining the oceans. The Avengers know the world is still raw from the War of the Realms, but T'Challa says that they will have his agents of Wakanda look into the man's murder for Carol. Carol meets with Blue Marvel, Jimmy Woo, and Night Thrasher, among others, all who make up an informal Avengers team, who are busy looking at the Masked Raider. Looking over the number sequence, they know it's a code, hexadecimal in fact. Carol wonders if it's a computer code as well as a spy code, and it could be related to AI. She wishes she could find Tony, so Adam suggests that he goes to look for Stark, but to begin, they make a few calls to their friends. Night Thrasher contacts Nova, who is busy dealing with some space pirates. Thrasher wants him to join up with him again and be like the new warriors again, but Nova says he's busy out in space, telling his friend that he actually died recently when the Sentry invaded the negative zone with the Cancerverse, so he gave his life to stop it. But a nihilist of all people brought him back to life. Thrasher hopes that his friend is okay before moving on as Jimmy calls into Silk, looking for Amadeus Cho. However, Silk becomes angered at him for ditching their team, causing him to hang up on her. Jimmy moves on, seeing Swordmaster in hopes that he knows what the numbers mean, but the hero doesn't know anything. While Jimmy learns Shang-Chi and Swordmaster are investigating Atlantis and Arrow and Wave are dealing with something that is coming for the portal city of Pan, Amadeus finally shows up at the Champion's mobile bunker, just in time for movie night. However, their night is dampened by Senator Patrick, who is looking at Cho's rampage in New York as a reason to outlaw young teenage heroes. Doc Samson meanwhile talks with Bruce Banner, only it's not Bruce in the body, it's Joe Fixit, which surprises Doc since Joe is now coming out during the day and using Bruce's body. Joe talks about how he doesn't have a choice really when it comes to using Banner's body, since he should be big and tougher and scarier and should be in charge, but instead Devil Hulk is and wants to end the world. Doc thinks they wanted to save the world, but Joe knows what's the difference between destroying it and saving it nowadays. Talk turns to Joe's surrogate father, Vegas casino boss Mike Berenghetti, as elsewhere Johnny Storm rides into Las Vegas, killing his way through the demon hordes who are trying to get into Hotel Inferno. He blows through them before confronting Wong, demanding he stand aside since he has come for Mephisto. Far away on the planet Fallow, the cult of Valravan priests are butchered by the arrival of Null and his dragon symbiotes, which cover the planet in the symbiote mass, killing everything before moving on as Dylan watches from within his mind. Eddie snaps him out of it as Miles stops a truck from falling off the Brooklyn Bridge. However, the truck ends up being too heavy for him. Luckily, Peter Parker arrives, helping his fellow Spider-Man in pulling the truck up for joining him on a rooftop for coffee. The two catch up and Peter learns that Miles is a big brother now, before talk turns to the senator who wants to outlaw teenage heroes. Peter says that the guy sounds like Jameson, telling Miles that he was once called a menace as well, but now Jameson gets along with him and he can't believe how things have changed. He's also glad that MJ is now a constant in his life, and to live up to their responsibilities, they need something to keep them going, something for themselves. Hulking meanwhile is told by someone that he has 1 hour to do what he needs to do before he must return to them. He hears the noise in his apartment and rushing to it, he finds that it is Wiccan. The two lovers reunite, but Teddy says that he only has an hour before he must return to space and to his homeworld. Billy wants to come with him, but Teddy won't let him. However, Billy says that he will quit his job. However, Teddy knows that he can't quit it since he's been conscripted. Teddy tells him that lots of people will die if he doesn't do what he has been tasked with, and Billy knows it, saying that he wouldn't love him the same if he didn't go and do what he needed to. Billy says that if he could have anything in the world, he only wishes for Teddy, and almost an hour later, Teddy tells Billy that their time is almost up. Teddy gets up, answering his phone and telling the other person on the end that it's now or never. As Mr. Sinister plots against the mutants by duplicating himself and collecting their cloning data of all the mutants, he sets his sights on Franklin Richards. At Yancey Street, Reed Reed and Sue deal with their 2 children, having made a master list of all the threats worth their parents' time and removed Herbie's inhibitor chip. To make matters worse, Ben and Johnny are fighting over Ben uploading pictures of Johnny with his soulmate bracelet, effectively telling everyone he is off the market. Blue Marvel comes to visit Reed, telling him of the code, and Reed is more than happy to help, especially if it means getting him out of the house. Elsewhere, Arno Stark, the new Iron Man, saves a group of people from an out-of-control plane. Adam approaches what he thinks is Tony, finding him to be rather arrogant. Adam tells him about the murder mystery, but Arno reveals himself, saying Tony Stark is dead and he is now Iron Man. Adam introduces himself to Arno, but Arno knows Blue Marvel could have been the world's greatest hero, but he put himself away on the shelf, and he knows that because he too was shelved away for a while, and has allowed him to watch and know everything that's been happening on the planet. Adam shows him the code, learning that it's definitely not machine code, before leaving the arrogant Stark to tell the people he saved that it was a cipher 3-word message. Reed meanwhile meets with Jane Foster in the morgue, and they look over the dead man's body. Upon seeing the corpse up close, Reed immediately recognizes him as a pink Kree, and he is actually the man named Beldan, a Kree who was made to monitor the Phoenix in their universe, but fell into conflict with a Skrull warrior named Raxor, whom he soon worked closely with after the Fantastic Four tricked them to work together. Reed realizes that the two-faced message that was part of the hexadecimal was meant to be something describing itself, and it is the key to the numbers. Cracking the code, Reed finds that it's a 3-word phrase, beware the trees, but has no idea what it means. Elsewhere, a completely normal and not suspicious man tells his contact that the asset has been activated, scribbling down the hexadecimal as he says if they've done the job right, Earth will soon be their home. Heading to the roof, he activates his ship, ready to leave, but he is confronted by Reed and Carol, whom cause the man, revealed to be Raxor, to revert to his Skrull form. Raxor can't believe that they found him so easily, attacking Carol while telling them that his asset has been activated and there's nothing they can do. Carol tries to tell him that his Kree partner is dead, but the Skrull doesn't believe her lies. Jessica Jones soon arrives with Blue Marvel, saving Carol from Raxor's weapons and telling him that she knows a Skrull shapeshifter was involved in the killing of Beldan, since Raxor killed him while disguised as a houseplant. Raxor calls them fools, since he and Beldan were working together, and this message was meant for him. He learns that the final words of Beldan were beware the trees, which the Skrull immediately recognizes and can't believe since he heard the rumors. However, it's already too late as a giant tree blows its way out of the Skrull, killing him instantly. The heroes look over the dead alien, knowing this mystery runs deeper, and Reed knows this is far from over. On the border of the Skrull Empire, Hulking is adorned with his royal robes as they are met by the Kree Imperium, who will also stand behind Hulking's rule of the Skrulls. Hulking goes to address his people, uniting the Skrulls and Kree together in one empire. He proclaims himself the once and future king of space, and together as a new alliance, they will face their only enemy, Earth. Hulking calls for his fleet to ready themselves as they journey to the Sol System to begin the final war. Incoming issue 1 really wasn't the big beginning to Marvel's upcoming Empire event. It was more a preview book for the new and ongoing titles that Marvel has coming out in the first month of 2020, with every few pages dedicated to a new character or team that is to set up stories in their books and their arcs. And herein lies the problem with some of the recent Marvel events, which is they don't feel like an event, they just feel like a preview book for the next 12 months of titles that will barely tie into the actual story event. That being said, I am looking forward to this Empire storyline. Seeing the Kree and Skrull join forces to destroy Earth is really cool, and the people they've been planting at center stage like Hulking, the Fantastic Four, Masked Raider, Blue Marvel, all these characters is really cool, so hopefully it becomes something really awesome, since really Marvel haven't had a bona fide, truly amazing event since, in my opinion, Secret Empire. I'm going to give this issue a 7.5 out of 10.